I've called you to this extra special class today because I have noticed a definite lack of structured practice.
What do you mean? I only just practiced about
2 weeks ago, I remember it well. Yeah, you rosin your bow for about 20 minutes, played 2 bars and you packed it away. Well, I think that we could all improve our practice discipline.
Dude, what do you mean by discipline?
Well, one definition of self-discipline in our music practice, in all our learning, is the ability you have to control and motivate yourself and stay on task to achieve an end goal.
So how can we apply that to our practice?
Yes, and how can we learn this self-discipline? Well, let's have a look at this very simple arrangement we are working on in ensemble right now. Rigadoon by Henry Purcell. Let's play it together now and discuss the practice goals that we might set.
Well, looks easy enough.
Yeah, dead easy, no worries. Well, don't be so sure. There are always traps in even the most simple of pieces of music if you haven't practiced with end goals in mind. Okay, I've put the music on your stands. I'll count it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's easy enough. Do we really need to practice?
Yeah, dude.
Exactly. Well, string players always need to improve our intonation. Intonation. How will we place our left fingers to play in tune? That's correct. We can always be improving how well we play in tune. So ask yourselves, what key are we playing in? Well, there's an F sharp and a C sharp in the key sign. My last note's a D, so I'm guessing D major. Exactly. So start your practice with a simple D major scale and arpeggio. Play it slowly and listen to each note. Speed is not the thing. I have the scale and arpeggio on your music stands. Let's play it slowly now. 2 beats on each note because they are minims, but listen carefully and adjust your intonation. That is, listen and adjust your left hand on the fingerboard so that it sounds just right in tune. The scale first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the arpeggio. 1, 2, 3, 4. On that last note, my 3rd finger on the A string, for the cello, your 4th finger on the A string, listen for that nice ringing sound we get with our string instruments when the note is exactly in tune. If it's not exactly in tune, sounds dead. We get it exactly in tune and it should resonate with the open D. Okay, now let's have another look at the music and tell me, what do you notice about your part? Do any parts repeat later on?
Yeah, well, my last 2 lines look almost the same as the first 2 lines.
Mine is almost the same, but not quite. Yes, this is because this piece of music is in ternary form. Ternary meaning 3. The first bit is the same as the last bit, but the middle 2 lines has a different melody. Listen to the first melody on the first 2 lines. We'll just have a listen to the first line. Okay, so that's how the first melody line goes. The first melody goes. Now, the middle bit, the middle 2 lines, is a bit different. It's like an answering melody, a different melody. Have a listen to that. we come back in the last two lines to that first same musical idea or melody. Whoa, dude, sort of like a musical sandwich. Yes, well, that's exactly what it is. Well done. Well, it just reminded me I'm a bit hungry. It's almost lunchtime, dude.
Well then, let's get on with it. How does this help our practice?
Well, remember our definition of self-discipline and how that applies to our practice? Well, we can all be more productive with our time if we identify the bits in our music that repeat and really drill those down, work on those bits.
So if we know the first two lines, we don't need to practice the last two lines.
Not quite, because there are some slight differences in the last two lines to the first two lines, but you're on the right track. If we master the first two lines, then we will have learned most of the last two lines. We don't need to spend quite as much time on them.
Awesome, dude. You've just cut our practice time in half. Not quite. I think he means we can concentrate on the middle bit.
That's right. And even then, identify and break down the bits that you find challenging and concentrate on those. Repeat them slowly until you have mastered it. Now go away for 20 minutes and practice with self-discipline, with some of those strategies that we've talked about. Come back and see how you've improved. Okay, here we are back again. Let's see how you did with your self-discipline practice.
What do you think you're doing?
Just finishing my lunch, dude.
Well, I hope you did some practice.
Of course, dude, I can multitask. It might be a good time to, first of all, finish our lunch, then check how we can best structure our practice time.
I took a suggestion and started with a slow D major scale and arpeggio.
Good. And don't forget to play it slowly, listen and adjust for intonation for our tuning.
I played the scale and arpeggio 5 times slowly.
Then I played just the first line a few times.
You sure that's not all you did?
No, dude, I did the middle bit too. All right, let's not argue about it. Self-discipline is not about comparing yourself to others and what you achieve. It's all about finding what challenges you in the music and setting your own goals.
And then using your time efficiently.
That's right. Let's play. Don't forget to observe the dynamics, but I think we'll leave the repeats out today. There's 4 beats counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, with our self-discipline and practice strategies, I believe that we have improved. Remember, students, when you practice your part, the rehearsals become much more enjoyable and you feel a greater sense of achievement. What would you tell the students to make a good practice plan?
Set aside the time each day, about 20 minutes for beginners and about 45 minutes to an hour for advanced students to practice without distraction.
Make sure you've got plenty of refreshment on hand.
No, that's when you finish. I'd add that you look at the time signature and key signature of the piece you're working on, play a few scales and arpeggios first.
Very good. Then find and focus on the sections of the piece that you find challenging. Play them over and over slowly. Slow them right down. Then enjoy playing the piece right through.
And I'd add, if you've got a friend who's playing the same piece, you could maybe practice together.
That's a great point. Okay, practice well, and enjoy the music.